Good evening, and I hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully we can get through a very, very important subject tonight. And I'm only choosing important ones, so they all seem very important, but I really feel like this one is something dear to my heart. Something I've been working on for a number of years is creating a culture of honor. And yet I'll save that subject for a later time. I'd like to talk to you about the action word of that culture, and that is honor. And honor is something that has taken on a lot of different shapes and forms over the years. In medieval times, in chivalry, there was the knights of honor, and they were to go out there and risk life and limb and fight for their honor. It was like something they earned through that sacred moment of defending the king or what have you. And it's kind of morphed over the years, and we'll talk about that a little bit here, but I would like to start off with maybe the highest honor, and that's the Congressional Medal of Honor. And in order to get the Congressional Medal of Honor, you need to have done something that risks your life, that is above and beyond the call of duty. Now, that's something we've talked about, and the CMH is something I'm sure everybody's heard the term before, but you realize only been 3,400 plus change that have ever been given out, and over half of them were given out in the Civil War, which means in the last 150 years or what have you, we've only seen 1,700 given out. That's pretty incredible. That's less than 10 a year. And to think how many soldiers and military men through the World War I, through World War II, through Vietnam, through Korea, and through our present conflicts, to think what a significant award it is to receive the Congressional Medal of Honor. It is to sacrifice. And sacrifice comes from the word to perform the sacred. That's quite incredible. Sacrifice, sacra, sacred, fice, to perform. So sacrifice is to perform the sacred. It's the ultimate honor. I read a quote the other day that said that I would rather fail by honor than succeed by fraud. And I thought a lot about that quote and what does that mean. And I guess I would have to say that since we're dealing with the idea of sacrifice, it means that I would rather fail by defending and honoring and sacrificing the broken or the hurting or the fallen than I would be to achieve through convenience or achieve by disassociation. Meaning, if you think about why Christ came, he came not for the well, he came for the sick. He came to make that sacrifice, to perform the sacred, so that all of us could have an eternal life. He came for those that were sick, not that those were healthy. Although if you think about it, those that need the greatest healing are the people that are hiding behind religious beliefs and religious activities, and oftentimes that comes with judgment. When Christ went to heal the lepers, you have to understand what a significant thing that was, because it was against the law to be associated with the unclean, and the lepers were unclean. So it was a violation of the law, and that's where grace usurped the law. It superseded, it was over and above it, because Christ was the movement of grace, and he completed the law. And so by being with the unclean, so through association, he healed them. And in our life, oftentimes, we tend to disassociate with the broken as compared to associate with the broken, to be part of the healing and the restoration as compared to the judgment and condemnation. And that's the law. See, in a lot of places, I think the law has replaced morality. And that